So, um, picture this. You are standing at gate 12. Your bags are really heavy.
Oh, yeah. And you were probably a little tired, right?
Exactly. You are very tired.
Yeah.
And suddenly, the speaker above your head crackles. A loud voice says something very fast in English.
And you just think, wait, was that my flight? Is there a problem?
Right. Are they leaving without you? In that moment, your heart just drops. You really want to understand what is happening.
That is a feeling that every single traveler knows. I mean, it is one thing to travel to a beautiful new country. That is fun.
Yeah, very fun.
But dealing with a busy airport in a second language, that can feel like a very stressful test.
It really can. But today, we're going to change that. Welcome to our deep dive. We are looking at a guide filled with the most important English you need for flying abroad.
And our mission today is very simple. We want to take away the fear of the airport.
Yes, we are going to walk through the journey step by step. We will talk about why certain things happen at the airport and give you the exact words, the simple words, to solve problems when they come up.
It is a perfect mission, really, because we are going to learn that you do not need to memorize a whole dictionary to travel.
No, definitely not.
You don't need perfect grammar. You just need a few simple, powerful tools to take control of your trip.
Okay, let's unpack this. Every journey begins the moment you walk through those big glass doors at the front of the airport. You walk inside, you have your bags, you look around, and the building is just huge.
So huge.
Where do you even begin?
Well, this is the very first challenge, right? You need to find the place where you show your ticket and leave your heavy bags. This is the check-in area.
Right, check-in.
But in a big airport, there might be 100 different desks.
Yeah, and you do not need to read every single sign on the wall. You can just ask a worker for help. Our sources show a very easy way to do this.
Just one simple question.
Exactly. You just ask, where's the check-in counter? Or, if you know the number of your building, you ask, excuse me, where is Terminal 2?
You know, starting with "excuse me" is really the secret to getting good help.
It is. It's kind of
Yeah.
like a magic word.
It is the most polite way to stop a stranger in English. When you say "excuse me," people are almost always happy to point you in the right direction.
So you use your phrase, you find the check-in counter, you wait in the line. Now it is your turn to talk to the airline worker.
And I used to think of this like taking an exam.
Oh, really? Like a test?
Yeah, but really it is more like going to the post office.
That makes sense.
Right, when you mail a package, you put it on a scale, you weigh it, and you get a sticker. Checking in is the exact same thing. You are just weighing your bags and getting your travel sticker.
That is a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
You're just giving them basic information so they can put you on the airplane.
So let's do a quick role play to show how simple this is. I will be the airline worker behind the desk. And you are the traveler. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's do it.
Hello. May I see your passport, please?
Here you are.
Thank you. And where are you flying today?
I'm flying to London.
Great. And? Cut? See? It was so short. Yeah, and what is fascinating here is how few words the traveler actually needs. Here you are. I'm flying to London.
It's so fast.
It is. Sometimes people learning English try to build very long, complex sentences. They try to say, hello, sir, I am giving you my passport now so I can travel to the city of London.
That is way too much.
Right. You do not need to do that. Short phrases are much better.
And here you are is such a helpful phrase. You can use it anytime you hand a piece of paper to someone. But after the passport, the worker will ask about your bags. They might ask, are you checking in any bags?
And this can confuse people because the words we use for bags are very important.
Very important.
The airline separates your bags into two groups. First, there is the checked bag. Some people call it checked luggage.
That's the big one, right?
Yes. This is your large bag. It is the heavy suitcase. You give this to the airline worker at the desk. You do not carry it with you. The airline puts it under the plane.
So if you have a big, heavy suitcase full of clothes, you simply say, I have one suitcase to check in.
Yes. They take it, weigh it, and it goes away. But maybe you are taking a short trip. You only have a small backpack.
Right.
That is called a carry-on bag. You carry it onto the plane with you. It stays with you the whole time, and you put it above your seat.
I see. So if the worker asks about bags, and you only have your backpack, you answer, I only have a carry-on bag, then they know you're keeping everything with you.
Exactly.
Okay, so after the bags are finished, you get to choose where you sit.
The worker will ask, would you like a window seat or an aisle seat?
Let's talk about the difference, because aisle is a really strange word in English.
It sounds funny.
It does. A window seat is easy to understand. You sit next to the window. You can lean against the wall and look at the clouds. But an aisle seat, is next to the open walkway. The aisle is the long space in the middle of the plane where people walk.
And choosing your seat changes your whole experience. If you like to look outside or if you want to sleep without people walking past you, you say, "I'd like a window seat, please."
Right.
But if you like to stand up often or you want to use the bathroom without asking people to move, you say, "I'd like an aisle seat, please."
Again, you just say the word and add please. A window seat, please.
Yeah.
Very polite, very simple.
Yeah.
After this, the worker gives you a piece of paper. This is your boarding pass. And this is the most important paper you have. It is your map for the rest of the airport.
So you really need to know how to read it. The boarding pass shows your flight number. This is the special number for your airplane, like Flight 204. It also shows your gate.
The gate.
Yes, the gate is the specific door in the airport where you will get on the plane.
It also shows a very important time. It shows your boarding time. I really want to talk about this because it catches people by surprise. Boarding time is different from your flight time.
Oh, this is a very common mistake. The flight time is when the plane actually leaves the ground.
Right, it goes up in the air.
Exactly. But an airplane is big. It takes a long time for 200 people to walk inside and sit down. So the boarding time is when the door opens and people start walking onto the plane.
Usually, this is 30 or 40 minutes before the flight time. You must be at the gate before the boarding time.
That makes sense. You don't want to arrive just as the plane is trying to leave.
Definitely not. So you take your boarding pass and you walk to the next step. But this next step is the part people hate the most, the security checkpoint.
Oh, security. Yes, that is where they check you and your bags in an X-ray machine. It is a stressful place for almost everyone.
Why is it so stressful? Well, it is loud. The workers are giving a lot of instructions. They say, please put your bag in the tray. A tray is the plastic box that goes into the machine.
They also tell you to take things off. Please take off your jacket. Please take off your shoes.
Taking off shoes is the worst.
It is. Or they tell you to take things out of your bag, like take your laptop out.
Let's stop here for a second. The workers are speaking very fast. They can sound a little angry. If I am visiting from another country, I might feel like I'm doing something wrong.
It is so important to know that they are not angry with you.
They aren't.
No, they just have to move thousands of people through a small space safely. They speak loudly because the room is noisy. If you do not understand them, the most important thing is to just stay calm.
What if I freeze? What if I am holding a bottle of water and I don't know the English word to ask if it is allowed?
You do not need to know every noun. You can just hold the item up so the worker can see it. Then ask, should I take this out of my bag? Or ask, where should I put this?
Where should I put this? I really like that. You are asking them to guide you. But what if the metal detector makes a loud beep and a worker holds up their hand to stop you?
Still, do not panic. Do not try to guess what they want. Just ask, what should I do?
That is so simple.
It is a wonderful question. What should I do? Shows the worker that you want to follow the rules. You just need a clear instruction. They will usually point or explain it very simply.
Okay, so you ask your questions, you put your shoes back on, you have your bags, you are through security.
You survived.
Now you have to find your plane. You look at your boarding pass and it says Gate 23. But some airports are like small cities. How do you find Gate 23?
First, you look up at the big signs. But if you feel lost, find any airport worker. Ask, excuse me, how do I get to Gate 23?
You can also ask, how long does it take to get there? I think this is a brilliant question. Why is it so important to ask about the time?
Because airports trick you. Sometimes Gate 23 is a 2-minute walk, but sometimes Gate 23 is in another building.
Oh, yeah? Like you have to ride a train.
Exactly. You might have to walk for 10 minutes and then ride a small train. If you ask, how long does it take? You can plan. If they say it takes 20 minutes, you know you must walk fast. If they say 2 minutes, you can stop and buy a coffee.
So you buy your coffee, you find Gate 23, you sit down in a chair and take a deep breath. You're doing well.
Yeah.
But then you hear that loud voice on the speaker.
Oh, the announcement.
Yes, announcements are so hard to understand. It sounds like someone talking underwater. Let's translate the most important phrases you will hear.
Well, the best phrase to hear is now boarding. You might hear, Flight 204 to Rome is now boarding. This means the door is open. You can stand up and join the line to get on the plane.
But what happens if you were drinking your coffee too slowly and you hear final call?
Oh, final call is an emergency. It means it is your last chance. They are going to close the airplane door in a few minutes. If you hear final call for your flight, you need to run to the gate.
So now boarding means time to go. Final call means hurry up. You can also watch the big TV screens in the waiting area. If everything is perfect, the screen says, on time.
But airports are busy and things change. Sometimes the screen says gate change.
Which means,
A gate change happens a lot. Maybe another plane is blocking your door, so they have to move your flight. If the screen says gate change, it means you are waiting at gate 23, but your plane is now at gate 40.
oh, wow.
Yeah, you have to gather your things and walk to the new place. Always keep checking the screen.
And then there is the word that ruins everyone's day, delayed.
Yes. Delayed means the plane is leaving late. It could be because of a storm or a mechanical problem. It will leave, but you have to wait.
Is there anything worse?
The only word worse than that is canceled. That means the plane is not flying at all today.
Sitting in a chair and worrying about a delayed flight feels terrible. You don't know what is happening. The sources give us a way to fix this. You stand up, go to the desk at the gate, and ask, how long is the delay?
Taking action helps you feel better. When you hear the flight is late, do not just worry. Ask, what time will the flight leave? If the worker tells you the delay is 2 hours, you suddenly have your control back. You know you have 2 hours to read a book or eat a meal.
Let's talk about a specific problem with delays. A lot of people have a connecting flight. So what does this all mean? Let me give an example of how this works. Think about taking a long trip on a bus.
Okay, a bus trip.
Sometimes one bus doesn't go all the way to your final city. You have to stop halfway, get off the first bus, and get on a new bus to finish the trip. A connecting flight works exactly the same way.
That is a perfect picture of it. A connecting flight is just a pause in the middle. For example, if you want to travel from Tokyo to Paris, maybe you fly from Tokyo to Dubai first.
Right.
You land in Dubai, change planes, and then fly to Paris. Dubai is your connection.
But if your first flight from Tokyo is delayed, you are going to worry about missing the second plane. What do?
You go to the worker and ask, will I miss my connecting flight? Usually the airline knows about the delay. They will help you find a new flight if it is their fault. You just have to ask the question.
Finally, the wait is over. The delay is finished. You walk it to the door. You show your boarding pass.
Yeah.
The worker smiles and says, have a nice flight. You answer, thank you, and you step onto the plane.
You sit in your window or aisle seat, but your English practice is not over. You still need to communicate in the air.
This brings us to the flight attendants. These are the workers on the plane who keep you safe and serve the food. They will walk down the aisle and ask what you want. I want to talk about this carefully. In some countries, it is perfectly polite to say to a waiter, I want water, or give me coffee. It is just how the language works.
Right. That is normal in some places.
Is it bad to say, I want water in English?
Well, it is not a terrible thing to say, but it sounds very direct. To a flight attendant, I want water sounds a little bit like a command from a boss. It sounds like you are ordering them around.
Oh, I see.
If you want to get friendly service, there is a better way.
We found a magic phrase in the notes. It changes everything. The magic words are, could I and could you?
Yes. Instead of I want water, you ask, could I have some water, please? It is a small difference, but it has a big psychological effect. When you say, could I, you are asking a question. You are treating the flight attendant with respect.
Could I have a blanket, please?
Yeah.
Could I have some coffee, please? It sounds much softer.
And if you need the flight attendant to take an action, you use could you. For example, could you help me find my seat? Or if someone is in your chair, could you help me with this? Flight attendants work long hours. When you use polite phrases, they are always happy to help you.
So you use your polite words, you drink your coffee, you watch a movie,
Yeah.
and then the plane lands. You made it. You step out into a new country, but you are not completely finished yet. You follow the signs, and you come to passport control.
Passport control is the border of the country. A government officer must check your passport before they let you leave the airport. They can look very serious, but they usually only want to know 3 simple things.
They want to know why you were there, how long you were staying, and where you will sleep. Their first question is, what is the purpose of your visit?
And the biggest mistake people make here is talking way too much. You do not need to tell the officer a long story about your whole life. Keep your answer to one short sentence.
If they ask, what is the purpose of your visit,
Yeah.
do not say, well, my sister had a baby and I bought a ticket online 3 months ago.
No, just say, I'm here on vacation. Or if you have a job meeting, say, I'm here for work.
Short and clear. Next, they will ask, how long are you staying?
Again, keep it simple. 1 week, 10 days, 2 months.
Very easy.
Finally, they ask, where are you staying? You can answer at a hotel in the city or with a friend. You answer those 3 questions, they stamp your passport, and you are officially in the country.
After passport control, you need to find the heavy suitcase you checked in at the beginning. You are looking for a place called baggage claim.
Baggage claim is a large room. It has big machines that move in circles, bringing the bags out from under the airport. These machines are called belts.
If you walk into this big room and do not see your flight number, you can ask a worker, "Where's baggage claim?" Or, if you see the machines but don't know which one is yours, ask, "Which belt is for Flight 204?"
You find your belt, you stand there, you watch the bags go around in a circle, you wait 10 minutes, you wait 20 minutes, and your bag does not come out.
That is an awful feeling. You are tired and now you have no clothes.
It is scary, but airlines handle this every day. Go straight to the airline desk in that room, tell them clearly, my bag hasn't arrived.
They will try to find it in the computer. They will ask what it looks like. You give a simple description like, "It's a large black suitcase," or "It's a small blue bag with a red handle."
Most of the time, they find it quickly and bring it to your hotel the next day. But let's assume your trip goes perfectly. Your bag does arrive. You pick it up off the belt. There is one final door before you go outside.
This is customs. Customs is where the country checks if you are bringing in anything dangerous or things you plan to sell.
There are usually two paths to choose from. One has a green sign that says nothing to declare. The other has a red sign that says goods to declare.
If you are a normal traveler and you just have your clothes, a camera, and a toothbrush, you walk through the green line. Nothing to declare. You do not need to stop.
If you are carrying a lot of cash or special foods from your home country, you might not be sure. You can always stop a worker and ask, "Do I need to declare this food?" It is always safer to ask.
You walk through those doors, and the journey is complete. You started at the front door of your home airport, got on a plane, crossed the sky, and walked into a new country. And you did it all in English.
It is an incredible achievement.
To make sure you are really ready, we are going to do a final practice. Our sources include a challenge called the Realistic Airport Story. I want you, the listener, to build a movie in your mind. If you are driving, keep your eyes open, but picture the scene.
Imagine walking into a giant airport. It is loud. You find the check-in desk, you ask for a window seat, you get your boarding pass, you go to the security checkpoint and take off your shoes.
You look at the big screen, your gate is B17. You stop a worker and say, "How do I get to gate B17? They point you down a long hall. You walk, sit down, and finally you hear the voice. "Flight 204 to London is now boarding." You stand up and join the line.
Now, we want to see how you do in real life. We have 4 situations for you. We want you to speak your answer out loud wherever you are listening right now. Take a deep breath. Are you ready?
Situation number 1. You're standing at the check-in counter. You have one heavy suitcase, and you want to sit next to the window. The worker asks for your information. What do you say? I will give you a few seconds. Speak out loud right now.
Okay, did you say it? You could say, "I have one suitcase to check in, and I'd like a window seat, please."
Very good. Situation number 2. You are walking in a huge terminal. You cannot find your plane. You see a friendly airport worker. You need to find gate 12. Stop them and ask for help. Go ahead, say it.
You should say, "Excuse me, how do I get to gate 12?
Perfect. Situation number 3. You check the big TV screen. Next to your flight, you see the word delayed. You walk to the desk. You want to take control and find out how much time you have. Ask the question.
You ask, "How long is the delay?" Or, "What time will the flight leave?"
Excellent. The last one. Situation number 4. You have landed. You're at baggage claim. The machine stops moving and your suitcase is not there. You walk up to the airline staff. Tell them the problem. Say it now.
You simply say, "My bag hasn't arrived," or "I can't find my suitcase."
If you spoke out loud, you are doing fantastic. You are practicing the exact English you need for the real world.
Always remember, making mistakes with language is completely normal. The airport workers do not care about perfect grammar. They just want to help you get to your plane. The goal is communication, not perfection.
I feel ready to book a ticket right now. Knowing what to say takes all the fear away.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, I want you to think about something truly beautiful. Right now, in major airports from Tokyo to New York to Frankfurt, thousands of people are walking past each other. At home, they speak hundreds of different languages.
Yeah.
But in the airport, they're all using this exact same simple English to travel, to explore, and to connect with the world. What if the most powerful tool for a traveler isn't having a perfect accent, but just having the courage to smile, look someone in the eye, and ask, "Could you help me?"
That is a wonderful thought to end our journey on. One simple question can open up the entire world. Thank you for taking this deep dive into airport English with us. Practice these phrases, pack your carry-on bag, and have a fantastic trip. We will see you next time.